Hi, my name's Paul.
And my name's Steve, and this is Archie.
And we are Yogasmiths, and we're here today to tell you about our British Wheel of Yoga Foundation Course 1.
If you love your yoga practice and you'd like to take your yoga to the next level, then the foundation course might just be the perfect course for you.
Thought-provoking,
enlightening,
informative,
knowledge, and that will be knowledge of the 8 limbs of yoga and a deeper understanding of how the paths support each other in a symbiotic relationship. Empowering. It's given me the confidence to safely develop my own practice encompassing the 8 limbs of yoga and not just the physical practice.
enjoyable,
And fun.
freeing,
and inclusive.
Self-awareness, particularly of when my emotions are becoming destructive and I'm developing bad habits and they're taking over my life. That my self-awareness is helping me to use strategies learned on this course to regain control.
The foundation course is a personal self-development course, and it's perfect for those who want to delve deeper into their yoga practice. And it's also a perfect stepping stone for those who may be considering yoga teacher training in the future.
The course covers the 8 limbs of yoga, and our course text, the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. We cover this and we look at all of the different 8 limbs of yoga, of which only one is the physical practice of yoga. We look at how all of the 8 limbs of yoga work together in a symbiotic relationship to prepare you for the different stages of progression. We also look at the various different yoga traditions.
During the course, we'll be looking at the philosophy of yoga, as well as the 8 limbs of yoga, which includes behaviours, breathing practices, postures, concentration, meditation.
We also look at the different paths of yoga, as detailed in the BWYT.
We explore the history of yoga, both ancient and modern, and the mix of East and West, which has created modern yoga as we know today.
We look at all of the different types and categories of yoga postures and the rationale behind why we would practice some, also perhaps when we wouldn't practice certain postures. And over the course, you'll become empowered to create your own home practice, both of physical yoga postures, breath work, and meditation and relaxation practices.
I loved everything about the course, but I think for me, Paul and Steve leading us through the 8 limbs of yoga, I found fascinating, especially coming to the breathing and the meditation, which for me has been transformative, and I feel I've learned lots of tools that are really helpful to me.
I enjoyed the studying, the theory part of the yoga, studying the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, the book, and the history of yoga.
My favourite part of this course is really hard to pinpoint because I loved it all. I think that the discussions with the students were probably my favourite part. Realising that everyone has a different point of view and a different perception of what yoga practice means to them. Sharing opinions of the translations, discussing our own practice and hearing about everyone's experiences. But mainly the empathy, the care and the compassion and overall support from the group was overwhelming. But I think of everything, that's what my favourite part was.
For me, it was the philosophical discussions. I love learning why we do this, why this was said. I especially loved learning around the different interpretations of different teachers, and then just going off and going with what resonated with you rather than the hard and fast rule, this is set in stone, this is what is meant, this is what you need to learn. It wasn't. It was very free-flowing and easy and this is what this person says, this is what another one says. Make your own decision. I mean, that's just a lovely way of learning, isn't it? I began to learn why we did certain poses and how some will have the effect of being very calming, some will have the effect of being very energizing. So that really is enlightening, because sometimes, if you're suffering with backache or whatever, you're more able to say, well, do you know what, if I concentrate on these particular asanas, they're going to help me to feel better. And by helping you feel better, you're able to get on with your day and enjoy whatever you're doing.
What makes our course unique? Well, you get two teachers, and we've both undertaken numerous trainings with the British Wheel of Yoga and Yoga Alliance. We cover all of the core topics on the syllabus of the Foundation Course 1. And in addition to that, we cover all of the optional topics as well. So on our course, you get absolutely everything that is on the Foundation Course 1 syllabus.
We have an online student area which is solely for our Foundation Course 1 students, with all learning materials, all handouts from each session provided in full for each student to access at any time.
We provide comprehensive handouts for every single session that we undertake on the course, so that you build up over the course a great resource of information that you can dip into and out of, both during the course and also post-course.
Yes, the handouts and the support material was very helpful and very clear, and I still now go into the student area online and still look at them online if I need any more information.
Excellent, comprehensive, instructive, very clear. On the website, Paul and Steve put all the notes so that we could take them off and have copies for ourselves.
Really good, really helpful when you're spending a day really focusing in on learning. You need handouts, you need things to look back on, and I thought the level of the material was really good, and I'm also very happy about the fact that having done the course, that material is still there for me to refer to post-graduating or working as a therapist. The whole reason that I have my certificate on the wall here is so that when I'm giving one of my clients a recommendation of yoga, I've got the knowledge to back it up.
Paul and Steve's excellent communication skills also shone through in the way they developed the online learning resources for this course and the handouts. They were brilliant. They were clear, they were lovely to read. They also pointed you towards further resources if you wanted to expand your knowledge of the subject.
What does the course involve? There'll be 10 study days online, spread out over 10 months, one Sunday per month. There's no set homework for the course and there's no assessment. However, as part of your learning experience, we'll actively encourage your home yoga practice and reflection on your own practice.
During the course, you'll be allocated a tutor, either myself or Steve, who will be there to support you through your learning journey and will be available to answer any questions or queries that you might have as you go through the course.
And you don't need to worry about any assessment or exam, as there are no exams or assessments.
Firstly, there's less travel time. You're not moving from home to a place of learning. You're there in your own home straight away, so you can get to learning quicker. It's less distracting away, as break time's a really good time to focus. I think when you're on a course, you tend to sort of chat about all sorts of things that aren't related to the course on your break time. Whereas on this course, you came away, I sat, made my lunch and had to think and actually reflected on what we'd learnt in the morning. And also, as the course was held over the winter, you didn't have to worry about travelling in bad weather, and you were sat cosy in your own home as well. But it was only made possible by the excellent communication skills of Paul and Steve, which made it so transferable to online learning.
It's so much easier to fit around family life.
The course was good doing it online, as there was no travel, and yes, and it was easy to fit around family life.
It actually worked really, really well, and I enjoyed it. It felt like a safe space for a group to share in their discussions, and we had lots of wonderful discussions within the group and were very supportive of each other. We were able to go out into breakout rooms and have individual chats, and you could talk, and it was really, really good.
Just go for it, do it. If you love yoga and if you love your classes and you're a regular attendee, then you just naturally want to know more, don't you? It's a gentle flow of information and discussion. It really enriches your practice. Go for it, it's a good little course.
So if you love yoga and you want to expand your knowledge of the philosophy and the history of yoga, you could not be in safer hands than doing the course with Paul and Steve. You will gain so much from it.
I highly recommend the Yogasmiths Yoga Foundation course. This course has taken me through a journey that has changed the course of my life. It's given me insight, the ability to take control and rationally manage my thoughts. I've made positive changes to my lifestyle as a result of the course that have made an impact not just on myself, also my family and probably my friends as well. I feel confident to develop my own physical practice, and Paul and Steve's excellent communication and teaching skills have enhanced the learning experience. I really recommend it.
If you are interested in having a deeper understanding of the mind and body, the course offers life skills and will help you with mental health and well-being.
Supportive, authentic and nurturing. Anybody that's attended Yogasmiths classes will know exactly where I'm coming from. Authentic because Paul and Steve walk the walk and talk the talk, so that you know that what you're hearing, what you're getting is an authentic life experience.
Paul and Steve's obvious love of yoga shined through in everything that they do. They love to teach everyone about yoga. I'm very grateful for their professionalism and to have them as my teachers.
Paul and Steve at Yogasmiths teach a traditional hatha yoga class that is inclusive to all. They adapt their teaching methods to everyone's ability, whether you're a beginner or a more advanced student. The classes are always fun, and you're not under any pressure to perform the perfect posture, but to achieve the practice that is suitable for your own personal ability. There's a massive benefit from their classes that there's actually 2 teachers in the class. So there's always someone, one or the other, Paul or Steve, around to give you advice or offer you encouragement or adjustments during the class. Their knowledge of yoga shines through, and they emit confidence in their teaching, which soon transfers to the students. The classes are so well balanced. They're not just physical practice, there's also mindfulness, breathing practice and meditation as well. And they're not rushed either. I highly recommend their classes. They are absolutely fantastic.
I've been studying for nearly 3 years now with Paul and Steve. They teach yoga in a fun, professional way. And Steve and Paul have now become good friends. You also get 2 teachers for the price of 1.
If you have any questions or you'd like to know more about the course or would like an informal chat about the course, then please don't hesitate to get in touch. We look forward to welcoming you on our foundation course. Namaste.
Namaste.